I'm so delighted to be here. And I'd love for you to introduce yourself and tell us how you got interested in photography.
Well, it goes back quite a bit. Yes, I'm Lionel. Some people call me Lionel. That's a training background to maybe sustain that.
Wonderful.
But otherwise, I'm Delevingne, of the Vine, from France, and from Paris. And I started photography. I was given a Brownie Deluxe. And that's the reporter's camera for children, if you recall, and with a big flash on it. And I felt very enamored of what I could do with it, and I was quite creative. I'd put my sunglasses on the lens, and I'd get different colors. So maybe that was the start of a career. But I became more of a journalist, more of a work person, and so when I started traveling. So I was reporting with words on alternative lifestyles, on conditions in factories, and all sorts of social interest subjects. And then...
Was this for the New York Times?
No, not yet. It was for what was it called in French? Actuel, which was a major monthly magazine then. And then later on became correspondent for Le Sauvage, which was the ecological section of the Nouvel Observateur.
So the first one we would have called Real Politics. And what was the other one?
The other one was, Le Sauvage.
Yes.
Le Sauvage was reporting on alternative technologies, alternative lifestyles from the USA, based in Northampton. I found a wealth of information there to interest the Europeans, and we had the Towards Tomorrow Fair then, organized by the Montague Farm people. Frank Custer was the principal, and it showed electric cars and windmills and solar everything. And that lasted for 3 years. It got me very interested in what was happening. It was truly a privilege to be part of something going on at a level of change, affecting change. And so that's when I picked up photography, because it was the way for me to express myself better. In English, I was a real poor.
I'm so interested in this picture here on the left. Can you tell us about that one?
Well, so that one, so it's years later. I got interested in the West, and my best friend, who I co-authored books with, features for National Press, decided to go back to a dream he had as a visiting worker from college, a summer job. And so he wanted to make a statement on the countryside, on the American countryside, in the plea of the farmers. So I got there, but he had his shutters closed and everything, and I told him, we need photographs, we need to lighten up what you're doing.
May I ask, are all of these, if we sort of pan around these pictures, is this kind of an expression of the American countryside?
Yes, but it's still taking it in a very specific way in eastern Washington, between Spokane and Seattle, where nothing grows but dry wheat. So at first, it's the sort of place that you make time and cross through. But indeed, if you stay there, and that is what I do in photography, is I try to understand where I am, I observe, and then something happens, something is given to me, and in this case, that bizarre countryside of flatness at first becomes alive with shape, light, people. And this is only a few pictures, otherwise it's a book.
You have a very specific attention to light, which most artists do. But in this case, you're using a camera to create your image.
In this case, I'm using the traditional cameras, absolutely. And Steve became the word person for me. and so I still write, letters to the editor. Or I did reviews, art reviews at first, but
Let's move to some of your Stockbridge images. So you came east, that was West Coast, now we're east. Tell us what we're looking at, because these are very interesting.
all right. Well, these are a series from a series called Sign, and they are moments of life which I witness and don't quite understand, but want to get closer. So I investigate.
The upper left.
The upper left. Okay. Well, that happens to be a crosswalk in New York City as I'm walking the dog.
I see.
Okay. And I'm fascinated by those markings on the grounds or on the walls. And there are many more in that series. We propose it here in a way that it is, it can be what you want, and it's like a puzzle, moving it. We can create.
You can move the images, I see.
See?
Are any of those from Stockbridge?
Yes, very much so. That's the railroad station here, that's the railroad station here, that's the golf course. Part of our property is at Laurel Hill, and this is my backyard, and this is, that is Provincetown, I think. And this is, again, right here on my wall at home, and here as well. So, Stockbridge somewhere.
And moving to the left, those look like more natural.
So, these are, natural, of course. That's the Stockbridge Bowl. That's that's the pillar to my house. These are, and this is all foods, of course, as I travel to the city.
What is it in all food? Because you told me
That's
that.
Big Brother. See, look, he's looking at you.
Those are, what kind of fish? Those are fish.
Yeah.
In all food.
Yeah.
In ice.
Yeah. It's
I had to look hard to see what it was.
Well, I'm not trying to make it easy, So these are double, triple reflections, and you'll see more of those. I'm fascinated by everything right now. I mean, this is, to me, and Stockbridge has provided me with that.
And moving further left, those are not, maybe I'm not supposed to have a favorite. The trees are one of my favorite things.
Okay, so they are mine too, because they have a strength and a life that is forever changing and with seasons, and they are the monsters. They are the faces of nature. They show fragility. They show strength. They show hope. Here, this is like, it's, of course.
And strength.
Yeah. So to me, it's all this mystery. Again, this is Lower Boca Woods, going to the train track. So it's the light, out of the tunnel that you go through there. It's a wonderful trail.
With that as the background, could you tell me a little bit about your opening night? Because that was very interesting. It was sponsored by Laurel Hill, I think.
The night itself was offered by the Chance Galleries and myself to introduce the new upcoming president to Laurel Hill, soon to be voted in, I would hope, and that is Hillary Delevingne. So it became a double, triple event, a nice way to spend an evening in Stockbridge, a nice way to bring someone from Stockbridge back to limelight, and that's me, and then Hillary.
Okay, and I think we can end with the lily pads on Mars.
So it's the opportunity for me to thank Laurel Hill for the work that it's been doing for 150 some years, and the continuation of it, and its renaissance. So I'm giving, Chance Galleries and I are giving portions of the proceeds to Laurel Hill for the continuation of its goals.
And you combined, as I understand it, your opening with an introduction of Hillary Delevingne.
And we combined. We made a special evening of of the vernissage, the French word for it, the opening.
Yes, very, very good.
So
And you,
we'll
I
be there.
believe, are you on the board of directors of Laurel Hill?
Yes, I am. I've been. It's my 4th year now, I believe, and I've had at stake to be doing something that Laurel Hill is, and also moving it to the future.
Okay, I want to thank you very much for what you've done for the town through Laurel Hill and also for this beautiful exhibit, and I hope everybody comes to see it.
Well, thank you, Carol. I won't kiss you today.
No, no.